Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing our planning for the month of July. June has been a pretty hectic and interesting month for me. We had so many new things happen in June. We moved to a new house, as you can probably tell by the new background and everything. Also, one of the biggest things is we got a new puppy. This is our border collie. He is about I think 8 weeks now. He is a very busy and energetic puppy, so learning to handle and train him has been very fun. But yeah, so this is a new addition to our family. This is the secret goal or whatever that I had last month, if you guys were curious. Literally nobody, not even anyone in our family, knew that we were getting this little puppy. So yeah, that has been very fun. But now it's July and it's time to start the planning for the new month. Planning is a bit late just because last week we were basically moving and just had a lot going on, so I couldn't film and do any planning for July last week. But yeah, this month is probably gonna be filled with a bunch of just getting back into routine, adjusting to the new home, and just getting everything done in the new home. At some point, I'm not sure if it's gonna be this month or next month, I'm gonna have to do my whole new office/studio, which is also very exciting. So let me know if you want any content on that. But yeah, let's get into the planning for the month of July. Okay, so let's get started with the planning. So this here is the planner that I'm going to be using in today's video. This is basically the same planner as the one I'm always using. This is just the new mid-year version of that planner from Paper and Roses. So this is the one that I'm going to be using for the planning for July. I love these planners just because they're so minimal. They just have everything that I need without making planning too complicated or just too much of a hassle to fill in the planner. So yeah. We are in July now, so here we have just a few things that I've already written down that has come to mind that I just know I need to get done in this month. If memory serves, I don't have a lot of appointments so far. Obviously, I come back to this throughout the month just to check in and see if anything can be added to the calendar. But first, I just want to show you what the month of June looked like last month. In case you missed it, I did have a June sticker pack with some stickers and illustrations. So if you want to get that, it's free. I will have it linked in the description for you. But yeah, this was the month of June. Here we have the day we got our puppy and just all the other events and things that happened, and obviously the big move that we did finally after a few months of telling you guys that we're moving. But yeah, I'm really happy with how June turned out, and I think I mentioned this in the June plan with me, but I mostly use my weekly spreads, not necessarily daily planning. So here we have the weekly spreads for June. As you can see, all the different weekly spreads that I did. This is probably my favorite one, I think. I was sick in the month of June and I was just not feeling planning, so that week I pretty much did nothing. This week I was on it a bit more and did a weekly planning spread as well. But okay, let's get started with our planning for July. Again, I'm gonna just be using some of the things from the June sticker pack this month. Like I said, the month was pretty hectic, so I didn't have a chance to design a whole new sticker pack for July. But I mean, I always use different sticker packs just throughout all my different planners. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is just write over these little scribbles that I wrote in, to make it a little bit more neat. I'm just going to be using the text tool and scribble to write out. Like always, the font that I'm using will be linked in the description if you want to go get the same font for yourself. It's my favorite handwriting font. Something that I've been loving to use lately, especially even in my weekly spreads, is the icon packs for different categories of tasks, and also the colors are what I usually use in my planner for color coding, so I can just allocate a task to a color for the category that it's in. And I've been doing this a lot in my weekly spreads when it comes to tracking different tasks that I need to get done and kind of what category that falls in. And I also use those throughout my monthly planner as well, indicating what type of appointment or task that it is. So for instance, that is a vet appointment, so I'm just gonna use one of these little bookmark tabs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paste those in, and also just using the highlighter as well to color code. So yeah, these are just vet appointments that I need to keep up with for the new puppy. My mind is kind of blanking on literally anything else to put into the month of July spread, other than just the traditional things like videos that are uploaded on Fridays and payday and all that kind of stuff. But as for scheduled appointments, that's pretty much all I have going on so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just fill in my Friday videos and just all the other things that usually fall throughout the month. Just copying this from last month's spread and just gonna paste that into the right day. And also for videos, I already know that this week is gonna be the July plan with me, and then I guess Go Color 7 review. So I recently posted the unboxing of that, so if you're interested in like e-readers and things like that, you might want to go check that out. But the review for that is coming out at the end of this month. The spread so far is looking pretty bare, so I'm just gonna go ahead and decorate it with stickers because, like I said, I have nothing else scheduled so far, so let's just paste some things in there. Also, usually if I'm looking to do something like doodles and I don't have anything on hand, I just do it in Procreate and then paste that into Goodnotes. So that's what I'm doing with the title for July. I just want to spruce it up a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this the color that I want, remove the background, and then export that as a PNG and copy that into Goodnotes. I don't know if this is going to be lost. It's a bit thin, but yeah, maybe I should do it with a thicker pen. I'm not entirely happy with how this is turning out yet. I might play around with it later off camera just to tweak a few things, and then you'll probably see the end result at the end. But now I'm just gonna fill in my goals. Like you see, I already have them actually filled in here. I'm just gonna go ahead again with Scribble and fill these in. So goal number 1 is just to settle into the new home. There are so many things that once you're into your new home, you realize that you now need, or just things that you need to like sort out. We still have some unpacking to do and just organizing and things like that. We moved from a flat which was furnished and basically had a lot of things into a place that is now basically empty. So there were just some things that we still need to figure out and get for the new house. Then something I want to focus on this month is just to start the puppy training. I've already done a few like tricks and things with the new puppy, but there are just some things that I want to focus on now that he's a bit older, because we got him when he was pretty young. So hopefully we can just start incorporating more training into the schedule now that things are a bit more calmed down here in the new house and he's kind of acclimated to the new place. And then I also just want to start with setting up the new studio. I'm not like totally in a rush to do this, just because I mean I can film literally anywhere in the house, but it's just nice to have a space to call my own for the first time in a while. The old place was just like a living area and a bedroom, so I didn't really have like a workspace, so that's also going to be really nice. So I'll just see what I can start with so far this month for just setting that up. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I had a studio at one point, but just when I got married, moved out of my parents' house, that was not an option for me anymore, but now I'm glad to finally have that back. What's going on this month? I'm just gonna jot down a few things that don't have like any set date yet, but I just wanna remember or just not forget. A lot of people were curious about like the move and everything. I didn't film a lot just because it was just a little all over the place. It was mostly just me and my husband packing and unpacking. But here are just a few clips of just like the new home and just some boxes that are all over the place and just the things that we needed to move. I'm really happy that we're in a bigger space now, and we're just so beyond blessed with what we have and just this new home that we have the opportunity to live in. So I'm so beyond grateful for this big move that we had. So that's the monthly section. Now it's time to just elaborate on our July goals here and just fill this out. So for the July goals, I just started off with setting my intentions for the month, and this is just basically what I said at the beginning of just getting back into routine and just getting organized, the house, myself, the studio, all that, just getting everything organized and just getting everything in its place. I just filled the brain dump section of just things that I knew I wanted to get done that just maybe didn't fit in a specific category, or just some other thoughts that came to mind when it comes to all these goals. And also I just filled in a little reflection for the month of June. And once again, I'm just so grateful for everything that happened. Thank you so much, Jesus, for everything that happened in that month. And then I just filled in the goals that we already covered, and also just all the action items to achieve those goals, just things that came to mind for each goal, and just things that need to get done in order to have that achieved. Now it's time for the vision board for the month of July. I already saved a few images off of Pinterest of things for the month of July, so I just added those into a collage all together. Basically just a little inspiration for things that I want to happen in the month of July, all together just in this cute little vision board. But here are the finished spreads for the month of July. This is the monthly spread with all the scheduled events and just some stickers and things that I decorated with. Also, I just went ahead and filled in the inspiration section. It's kind of for me like a mini vision board as well. We also have our goals page with all of our goals and just all the action steps to achieve those goals, which I'm really excited for the month of July. And then lastly, we have our vision board here, which you saw me put together, of all the little images and things, which just kind of make me feel happy and motivated for the month that is ahead. So that was my planning for the month of July. Thanks so much for coming along with me in planning this month and doing all the vision boarding and all that stuff. I'm really excited for the next chapter that is ahead and all the new things that are happening. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated in these plan with me videos, how things are progressing in the new home, in the new studio, all of that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.